Well, in commemorating United Nations International Peace Day, the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, in partnership with other organizations, have sought to foster peace building and harmonious collaboration. Now, stakeholders at a press briefing with journalists in Abuja yesterday deliberated on the need to promote peaceful coexistence and ensure Nigerians imbibed the culture to foster unity and positive goods. Well, Victoria Ayorinde brings us more.
Every 21st of September is globally marked as International Peace Day. In light of this year's celebration, the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, at a press briefing with newsmen, highlighted some of the activities to commemorate the day, bringing to the notice of the general public its advocacy in fostering peace through a collaboration with other organizations. The Director General and Chief Executive Officer, Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, Dr. Joseph Ochogu, said this year's celebration is a refocus to actualize the 17th Development Goal to be achieved between now and 2030. Joseph also added that IPCR provides a platform for all Nigerians to imbibe peace building.
You and I know the Sustainable Development Goals, about 17 of them, which the global community came together and set the agenda that in 2030 they expect that most of these 17 goals would have been achieved. So this year again is our recommitment, and dedication and the refocusing of our ideals on peace to ensure that we try to work towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Stakeholders who work in different sectors, of these goals are working, we need to speed up. We need to re-energize ourselves, and re-engage the process of achieving these particular goals. The Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution is therefore providing a platform for all Nigerians and non-Nigerians residing in the country to commit to peace above all differences and to contribute to building a culture of peace, which is very important if we need to move forward.
Also, the representative, Relief for Children International, Emmanuel John, expressed that this year's commemoration should be a period for reflection, reflecting on critical issues that affect the peace advocated for, as it should be a time to celebrate the values of love, solidarity, fraternity, and collaboration. Emmanuel added that the organization is set to sponsor 17 dropout students.
Peace itself, when we talk about peace, for us is about positive peace. And like we also mentioned at the beginning, for the fact that we are not fighting, the fact that we are not at war, doesn't mean that probably we're actually experiencing the fullness of peace. Peace itself may also be relative. But for us, as partners, for us, even as the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution, has actually projected all of this, to say that this year, we are connecting ourselves to the global goals. And what it means here is that peace itself also represents the fact that we are gathered to see how we can work towards eradicating or probably alleviating poverty. And so for us this year, we are looking at going to the street to see how we can sponsor at least 17 children who are out of school. Because peace itself is not just theoretical. Beyond gathering, beyond discussion, we need to be practical.
Other stakeholders added that this is a call for commitment to prioritize conflict prevention and champion human rights.
It's not a passive state, but an active commitment. It requires actions, it requires dedication, and collaboration from all sectors of society.
We're going to be establishing 100 peace schools in rural communities. We're also going to try and see how we can also inculcate the idea of mental health to young children in school. It's a very big problem now. And a lot of people are actually not talking about mental health.
Hence, stakeholders hope that this peace initiative will bring about sustainable development in Nigeria. Victoria Ayorinde, Kaftan TV News.